Hello and welcome to another episode. I am Brian, the Unskilled Commander. Welcome to match 3 of 5 Colors Matter Transformers, Unblockable Equipment, and Lili Tribal. Let's go ahead and jump right in. We'll roll the dice, and for the second time in a row, 5 Colors goes first. Drawing a card for turn. We're going to play a Jungle Shrine, tapped, and pass. Over here, we'll go ahead and play this Rustfale Bridge we just drew. Pass. Now over here, we're going to do something a little weird. We're going to go ahead and play a Terramorphic Expanse in my mono blue deck. I'm still messing around with this concept to see if having things like Terramorphic Expanse, Evolving Wilds, and Mirrored Landscape in monocolor decks helps to do the whole deck thinning thing in a positive manner that really does have any kind of effect. You know, especially early on, okay, turn 1, everyone else is playing tap lands anyway, so who cares? And even in a real game with other opponents, they're still going to be playing a land. Most people really don't have turn 1 plays. I don't think it's that big a deal. And honestly, so far from what I've seen over the couple decks I've been trying this with, I mean, it seems to, I don't know that it helps, but it doesn't seem to hurt anything. You know, I'm not suddenly running out of mana or anything like that. And, like I said, I haven't noticed any discernible difference, so maybe that just means don't do it. But at the same time, it's not hurting, so maybe it's giving a bonus that I'm not noticing. We're going to go ahead and pass over to here, another monocolor. And we will play a monocolor. Good old black, but we have no 1-drops that make sense to play, at least. Pass turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. I'm going to play Shivan Reef. Taps for colorless, or I can pay a life and it taps for blue or red. I'll tap it for colorless, tapping this for green to play Fa-Seek. Search your library for a plains, island, swamp, or mountain, put it onto the battlefield, tapped, then shuffle. So we've got red, green, white, and a potential blue and red. So we've got essentially a lot of good colors, so we're looking for something that will pull in black in terms of the named lands. There we go, Swamp Mountain. That seems good. I mean, 3 possible reds, it's a little overkill, but we got the black out there, so that's at least giving us the diversity of colors we need to play. Okay, that's a whole thing. So much for making sure this deck, or this game, was going quickly. There you have it, folks. Real life magic in front of y'all. Now let's see, gotta make sure nothing got swapped upside down. Although really, that's not that big a deal. I know people love to complain about when they accidentally get their card switched. I guess in tournaments it might be something, because because you can see where the card is and where it's sealed, so that way it would tell you what cards are what. But I mean, you'd have to actually know which cards you put upside down, and if it's half and half. But whatever. All right, did that. Pass turn. Okay, draw a card for turn over here. Let's go and play Idyllic Beach. Comes in tapped, white or blue, so at least we have access to all 3 colors, although we would need a third one to really play it right. But pass turn. Untap the land. Draw a deck card. Play a deck card. Tap at the lands to play the other card. Armillary Sphere. Pay 2, sack it to get 2 basic land cards, reveal them, put them in your hand, shuffle library. So, goes in your hand, not the best, but again, it's deck thinning. And also, really, to be honestly fair, I may just, when I built that deck, it's built out of what I had, so I probably didn't have, one of the better ones where it goes into your hand. I don't know if I don't think Traveler's Amulet. I think Traveler's Amulet goes in your hand as well. There's one other one, the Wayfarer's Bauble, maybe, that puts it on the battlefield. I may not have had the, extra Wayfarer's Baubles. Draw a card for turn. Going to play a land for turn. Do I have a 2-drop? I do, but it's a creature, and we probably really want to just wait and get our commander out before we worry about playing creatures over here. Pass turn. Untap, upkeep, draw, everybody. Not everybody, just this one player. I will then play Adakar Wastes. It's similar to this, so it's colorless, or if it, deals 1 damage to you and you can get white or blue off of it. Well, my goodness, this deck is just flipping out. What is with these cards? Tapping all 3 for Indatha Crystal. Taps for white, black, or green. So I do have access to 2 colors, right? Or, well, 2 mana. Nope, nothing to play, though. Oh my gosh, how stupid. We're going to tap that for green, tap that for white, taking 1 damage in order to play our commander. How foolish. I said this last game, I keep forgetting how incredibly cheap Jensen is to cast. He's only 2 mana. But the Farseek, I think, helped get us ahead a little bit, so it's alright. And plus it helped color fixing. We'll pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. This time we're going to go with Razor Tide Bridge comes in tapped. A lot of tap lands in my hand right now, unfortunately. So it's going to be a long time before we get to play anything on Autobots. Pass turn. That could be to the detriment of the Transformers deck. Untap, upkeep, draw, another island. Oh my god, really? Alright, in fact, I'm going to play this one instead. We're going to tap 1 to play Fairy Seer. Whenever it enters the battlefield, you scry 2. I'm going to put that on top, then on the bottom I'm going to put the creature on top, land on the bottom. We really don't need lands in this. That's the thing, this deck doesn't really need a ton of lands because everything's ideally like 3 cost or under, 4 cost and under. Now I could play my commander, but he can't attack yet because, or whatever that is. It can't attack because it has something. So I'm going to go ahead and actually, well, wait, how many cards do we have in hand? Let's think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. We'll go ahead and crack our Armillary Sphere to get 2 lands into the hand, getting us up to 7 cards in hand. But again, the theoretical deck thinning to try and get the good cards to come up faster. And just gives you a good shuffle. And I don't know that I always think you need to shuffle as much as you can, but at the same time, if you have a chance to shuffle, it can probably help. I have a ton of lands in my hand. That is not fun, but whatever. Another reason to get them out of the deck, just because it's like, I have lands, I need other stuff. Pass as a turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. We're going to go ahead and play a Swamp, or we're going to play a Yara over here. Boom. Commander number 2's out. She entered the battlefield, and she is a black creature, so we're going to take, or gain 1 life. Went the wrong way. But everyone else is going to take a damage down to 38, and 39, and 39. All we can do, because of Summoning Sickness, let's reread, right? Whenever she or another black creature enters the battlefield, under your control, each opponent. Okay, so it does counter self, just making sure. Pass at the turn. Just think, maybe someday, if I actually get a bunch of subscribers and a bunch of people that actually care about the channel, I can buy a better camera and then use my phone, which is currently filming, to be in the center with like life totals, so you can actually read them instead of, like, I tell you what the life totals are as I change them, but it's super not easy to see, from the camera distance, what the life totals are. But again, let's be honest, nobody has like the money. Magic is bad enough in terms of like spending money on stuff you don't need. I don't think I can justify getting like a camera and a rigging and stuff. We'll play Rakdos Karn. Well, wait a second. We want to make sure we use our mana smartly first. I have access to all colors, so what can I play? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's interesting. Let's see if we can do that already. Oh my gosh. Red, blue, white, green, black. Yeah, I'll be darned. Wow. So black, red, blue, green, white. I'm going to have to take 2 damage, though. Down to 36 from the 2 lands. But I am going to be able to play Fusion Elemental. Kaboom. It is an 8/8, people. Now, that's all it is, but it's still an 8/8 on turn 5. And that triggers old Jensen. So first off, now, yes, never mind. That's not the cascade thing. First off, we're going to scry 1. Let's see. Terminate, destroy target creature. Can't be regenerated. Meh. I think at this point, we kind of want creatures. I know this is probably a bad move. Probably want, keep your answers, but I'm going to put that in the bottom. But the cool thing is, that's a 5-color spell. We are going to make a 4/4 Flying Angel with Vigilance. I will then play Rakdos Cranium. Bouncing back. Unfortunately, they're all tap lands, so that's an unfortunate timing of the thing. So we'll just bounce back the Adakar Wastes. Oh, because that one, actually, that's a good one to bounce back because that doesn't come in tapped. That's why it's, people like the pain lands, as they're called. I could swing over at... Well, I could swing... No, that's a 2/1. I could swing over at Autobots for 2 damage. Get the ball rolling. With pretty good defenders. Yeah, I guess we might as well. Because I'm taking a lot of damage already. On myself. Self-inflicted, but I'm still the lowest, so let's even that out a bit. We're then going to pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. Ooh, that's a good card to draw. Going to play the Irrigated Farmland, which comes in tapped. Then I'm going to tap, here we go, 1, 2, 3 for Bonder's Ornament, tapping Bonder's Ornament for the Amulet of Vigor I just drew. Which, yeah, that's... stupid idiot. Try that again. Tap the things to play the Bonder's Ornament, tap the Bonder's Ornament for Amulet of Vigor, then play the land, genius. Which comes in tapped and then untaps because Amulet of Vigor, because I know how to play Magic. I really don't. I could claim that I'm rushing to try and keep the, episodes short, but we all know they're like an hour and a half anyway, so that's not an excuse. I just screwed that up. Most likely my friends would allow me to do that right, but, if people are salty or a little pissy, they might not, you know what I mean? So you gotta watch what you're doing. We're gonna pass turn. So it's not just that you have good cards and as you play them, you have to play them in the right order. Draw a card for turn. Another freaking land. Wow. Okay, so we're going to, the good news is I do have some cheap creatures. We're going to pay 2 for Storm Chaser Drake again. That's actually the 2, that's what I was thinking this was. Because we've seen this like the last 2 games with this deck for some reason. And then we're going to pay 2 for Tetsuko, the Commander. So everyone's got their commanders out, except of course Transformers, because Optimus is relatively expensive. We only have a flying 1/1, but it is now unblockable. I think we will just, you know what? Everyone's been taking damage except for you. You gained life, so we're going to knock you back down to 40, at least, with an unblockable 1/1. We're then going to pass turn. Lily's like, okay, I see how you guys are want to play. Play a land for turn. Ooh. That's bad, but I think we kind of got to. Well, do we got to? Sorry. I gotta get out of the habit of just thinking on my own. I have Grim Bounty. It's a 4-drop. I have 4. Destroy target creature or planeswalker, create a treasure token. So it's a little mini form of ramp, and I'm thinking blow up the 8/8. However, there is the thing, it's like, well, where is it going? And of course, in an actual 4-player game, you could actually voice that and be like, yo, buddy, where's that 8/8 heading? And, and you start to play that coy, is it going somewhere else? That's cool. Is it coming over my way? That's not cool. Things might have to happen to try and, coax them into sending it somewhere else or bluffing if you don't actually have an answer for it. I can't do that with myself, of course, so, I do also have Extinguish the Light, which is also a 4-drop destruction of creature spell. So it's not like I'd be wasting a thing. The idea is it'd be nice if he did swing it somewhere else and smack somebody else for 8, but I think we're going to do it now. We're going to Grim Bounty that bad boy. Make ourselves a treasure token, which I don't have. We'll just say that's a treasure token. But yeah, let's get rid of that ridiculousness. Then that's all we can do. We could attack over there, but I don't think that's a big deal. We're going to pass. Untap, upkeep, oops, draw. Well, we had a good card for all of 5 seconds. We'll replay Artikar Wastes. Comes in untapped, thankfully. I'm going to go, well, we know we have 5 mana, of course. Interesting, I don't think we want to play that because it doesn't even make sense. It does, but it doesn't. It's Iridian Maelstrom. It's a 5-color. We could play it. Destroy each creature that isn't all colors. And I think the problem is by playing it, the cast trigger would make an angel that would immediately get destroyed because the angel's not all colors. So it's kind of a dumb card to play right then, unless you're in a corner, I think. You know, you're backed into a corner rather. Ton of creatures, you don't got anything, and you're low on life. That's when you smash down that. And unfortunately, I have a card we just saw in the last game, which I despise playing cards like that back to back. So, at the detriment of, this deck, I'm going to not play it. Right now, at least. I'm going to play Commander Sphere instead. That still gives me 4 mana to play with. And, well, you know what? I guess I kind of have to. I don't have anything else to really do. Yeah. Black, red, and tap that for white for Kambal. I hate to do repetitions, but it's kind of what I have. And everything else in the hand is basically just destruction spell, like board wipes and stuff, so not useful. Alright, so we have to keep track. Every time anyone plays a non-creature spell, they lose 2 life, and this character gains 2 life. Alright, but who blew up my thing? You blew up my thing, so you're taking 4 in the air. That was unnecessary. Uncalled for, sir. Unconscionable. Down to 36. Get on our level. Pass turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. We're going to play Torcasa's Dig Site, which I think looks like the Arc from Transformers. So we should have more than enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we totally have enough to play. Oh, you know what? A better move. Let me back that up. Back that thing up. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap 1 white, blue. This doesn't have those things. White, blue, red. One other. Making 5 mana. Playing Is It Boiler Works tapped. And bouncing this to my hand, but it untaps because of Amulet of Vigor. So I will then tap that for 2 more mana, so I guess 1 floating, to cast Optimus Prime, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't have a 1-drop, so that 1 floating is kind of irrelevant. And even if I did it in a different order, because, well, I know, I would have 1 untapped land, it still wouldn't matter. Here, let me put this over here, because that's not mana based. There we go. So we've got Optimus Prime onto the battlefield. I'm going to move to end step. He's going to bolster himself. There we go. We're going to pass turn. Let the counter ramping begin. Untap, upkeep, draw. Land for turn. 1, 2, 3 to play Divination. Draw 2 cards. 1, 2. Alright, thank goodness there's a creature. We're going to tap 1, 2 for Rattle Chains. Flash flying 2/1. When Rattle Chains enters the battlefield, target spirit gains hexproof until end of turn. You may cast spirit spells as though they had flash. I don't have any spirits, so that's fine. Especially since I didn't do it on the flash aspect. But everyone else is ready to attack. The question being, where do they go? Now, Optimus being on the field is going to start ramping himself up very high quickly, and that is a concern, but he doesn't have trample. So while he is a dangerous commander damage, any one of these little things can block and just jump block and eat it for one or twice until we get a better answer. So I don't think Unblockable really is going to worry about him too much. But then again, you know what? I mean, it's one of those things where right now they're so low in terms of damage, a 1, and a 2. Though thankfully, whenever this does damage, no, it's when it's target of a spell. So yeah, it's just going to be 4 damage either separated or 4 damage in one person. Not really much of a game changer, so swinging at everybody isn't the smart idea because you don't want to get everyone ticked off at you. I think we'll go ahead and swing them all there because no one else has really done anything. They've done 1 damage. Hardly concerned when you see a giant 5/9 commander, in front of you. Although 4/4 flyer and yes, I almost forgot. Never mind. Hang on. Let's re-evaluate. I played a non-creature spell which takes 2 damage and you gain 2 life. We know how this life gain thing is. So yeah, redirect. These are going at you for sure. So you're going to take 4 down to 34, and you're going to get 1 commander damage. Yeah, I think that's the smarter move because all I did was play a non-creature and boom, suddenly I'm already taking hits. All right, so now I'm going to pass turn. We're going to untap. We're going to upkeep. We're going to play a land for turn. Interesting. Now, obviously, we got hit by the flyer. That's not cool, but there is that big old Autobot, and I only have 1 creature, and I'm not going to block with my commander, so that makes me an enticing target for Optimus Prime. We kind of had our back and forth. We're fairly even now. He probably will still send the 4/4 this way, but I think we're going to have to hold off on that massive... Oh, no, we can do a bunch of stuff. This is perfect. Here we go. Oh, and this is a treasure, so that's even better. We're going to crack that treasure for 1 mana to shamble back. Exile target creature card from a graveyard, put a 2/2 black zombie creature token onto the battlefield, and you gain 2 life. We're going to go ahead and exile your 8/8. I'm going to put a 2/2 that I just had back on here. So a 2/2 zombie, and I gain 2 life up to 38. However, black creature, what does it say? Black zombie creature, yes. So a black creature entered the battlefield, doesn't have to be cast. I gain another life, and everyone takes 1 damage. 33, 36, 36. Oops, there we go. Now, we're going to then tap 2 to play Timarit, Chosen from Death. He is a 2 something based on toughness or devotion to black. So he is currently a 2/5. Black creature entered. I'm going to gain a life up to 40. Everyone's going to take a damage. 32, 35, 35. I have 3 left. And yes, I think that's good. My thought process is I have Sudden Edict. Split second instant card. Target player sacrifices a creature. I can play that on him. He only has 1 creature. He has to sacrifice it. Now I could wait until he attacks me. However, if he plays another creature, that would make it problematic. And it wouldn't be Garrett because the target player gets to choose the creature to sacrifice. I think we may just do it now. I think we're going to go ahead and tap it. Target player sacrifices a creature. You son of a bitch. By the way, I also missed the bolster on that one too, so he would have had an extra one. So there we go. That was a solid move by Lili. I still am surprised by how well this deck does, considering there's no rhyme or reason to... Well, not no rhyme or reason, but very little overall thought with how I built the deck from what I had. I just tried to make it zombie recursion-y kind of stuff with a bunch of answers. So, seems to be all right. We're going to pass turn. Imagine what happens if I could figure out how to upgrade that deck. So we're going to untap, upkeep, draw. Going to play a Nomad Outpost. Unfortunately, all I have, again, is destruction spells, and it's destroy all creatures, basically. It's the Maelstrom, which would hurt me, and the Merciless Eviction, again, which would hurt me, because it would get rid of my creatures as well. And I have the Abzan Charm. Can draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. I suppose that's... I mean, we're down to 32 already. Oh, almost forgot. What else did you do? Exile, yep. Yeah, that's right. So we're actually up 4 life to 36, and they are down 4 life to 36. I forgot about ye old Kambal. Now then. Still, even so, I am down to low life. Well, I gained it back up. I think we'll do that, I guess. We're going to go green, white, and black to play Abzan Charm. I lose 2 life, but I draw 2 cards. Land and not a land. Ah, well, that's still fun. I see your Amulet of Vigor, and I raise you an Amulet of Vigor. So that's kind of fun. Oops, sorry, bumped the camera. As always. I have 3 mana, not enough to play anything. Abzan Charm, sorry, was a... see, darn it, I hit the freaking camera again. But anyway, once again, I did that completely wrong, because that may have been allowed me to get rid of that land I drew, but now we scry. That's a decent creature. We'll leave that on top. I should have, because it's on the cast. It's when you cast, so it's before that resolves. You scry 1, then you draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. So I kind of screwed that up, unfortunately. I think I'm almost positive. Yeah, the Sunken Hollow was on top. That Amulet of Vigor, so I definitely would have gotten rid of the Sunken Hollow because I don't need lands. But again, since it was my mistake, you know, just gotta suffer. Suck it up, Buttercup. You screwed up. So let's try and not do that again. But that's all. I can attack. Who do I want to attack? Do I want to send a flyer anywhere? You did come at me, but for a measly 4, I'm more concerned about you at this point. To be honest, I think I am going to continue to send that 4 over there, knock you down to 32, because you are gaining life almost as good as I am with Kambal. So, pass turn. All right, let's see what we can do. Draw a card for turn. We're going to play a land. Comes in tapped, but untaps thanks to Amulet of Vigor. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 mana. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops, I forgot to... Here, let me grab the dice I was using for his bolster to be the commander tax. Now, I can play him for his reverse side, his truck side, which you haven't actually seen yet. So it's not necessarily a bad idea. Because that is only 5, and then the tax of 2 would be 7 exactly. However, I think maybe I want to start getting some other stuff on here, because that's still, it makes it an obvious target. And yeah, we're going to tap blue, red, and white to play Hana, Ship's Navigator, or Hannah, however you want to say it. 1/2, I can pay 1 white and a blue, tap her, return target artifact or enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. Now that could be a fun, if someone blows up Optimus, I could let him go to the graveyard, tap the land, you know, get it back to my hand so I wouldn't have to do the commander tax. But that would be, it's a risky gambit. Most of the time it's probably solid, but you gotta worry about people. There's a lot of cards that make people exile their graveyards at instant speed. There's lands that can do it, so you gotta be careful about something like that. I'll then tap 1, 2, 3, one of which being another white for Siege Veteran. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Whenever another non-token soldier you control dies, create a 1/1 soldier. Alright. I don't have any mana. I have 1 mana, but I have no 1-drops. Gonna move to combat. Gonna put a +1/+1 on somebody. I think we'll go ahead and put it on him to give himself a little bit more defense. You know, the bigger the creature, the harder it is to blow it up. Because, you know, most spells that are, you know, oh yeah, it's like 3 damage, 4 damage to a target creature. But yeah, so that'll be this turn would pass. Untap. Upkeep, draw. We're going to play, interesting. We'll play Mirrored Landscape, why not? Comes in tapped. I'm going to tap 1 to play Golem Skin Gauntlets. This one, we've seen that before as well. Always, equipped creature gets +1/+0 for each equipment attached to it. I think that's the obvious choice. We're going to tap 2 to equip it to Storm Chaser, because when Storm Chaser is the target of a spell I control, I draw a card. Kwacha! Okay, at least it's a creature. Unfortunately, I do not have the mana to play the 3-drop now I have in my hand. Yes, I could have played a regular island and played it, I know, but it's not a game changer. It's just for awareness sake, it's catalog, so I would draw 2 cards and then I have to discard a card. See, at least this time, once I crack Mirrored Landscape and get the lands, I can, you know, discard the land in my hand whenever I play it and not worry about it. We're going to move to combat, although we don't want to swing everything. So I think what we're going to do is kind of like leave these guys back for defense. Although, to be fair, I'm certainly not going to block with my commander, so I suppose I should swing out with my commander. And maybe keep a 2/1 flyer in reserves. That sounds good. These are both flyers, so that's decent blocking. Now the question is, where should we send it? Tetsuko's going to go there just because you've got the 1 commander damage already. Might as well kind of keep it going. But where's the 2/1 Drake, 3/1 Drake going to go with the equipment? Again, yeah, you're doing some stuff. I think we're going to send it in that direction. So you're just going to take another one there. Is this this is a spin down. I didn't realize that. 1 damage there, but you're going to take 3 down to 29. Because, I mean, let's be honest, you've been smacking everybody and gaining life every 5 minutes, so not cool. Pass turn. No end step triggers or anything. Untap, upkeep, draw. Okay, so we got an Evolving Wilds. We're going to play that Evolving Wilds and crack it. Get a Swamp, comes in tapped. Shuffle up. And then we got 5 mana to play with. Right, now let's check out this. We have no creature cards in our graveyard, so unfortunately our Revenant is useless. It's a 5-drop, but its power and toughness is equal to the card number of creatures in your graveyard. So not helpful. We do still have that Extinguish the Light, we were talking about earlier, we can destroy target creature or planeswalker. If its mana value was 3 or less, we gain 3 life. I think Kambal, yeah. Right? I mean, that seems like a decent play right now. They're hitting us, but it's little piddly numbers right now. Optimus is going to come in next time, but, you know, he won't be at attack, and those things are still pretty small. That stupid tax for playing non-creatures is the annoying part. Oh, speaking of which, I did play, right? Yes. I played an equip, so this is down to 33, and over here, you go up to 35, so yeah. Different people, of course, but I think, you know, Lili's going to go for it. We're going to go ahead and exile or destroy target creature, and it does have mana value 3 or less, so we gain 3 life back up to 31. Crazy amount of like up and down life gain in this game. But that's all we can do. We can attack. I mean, we have a 2/5, a 2/2 zombie, and a 2/3 commander. Not really super scary right now, so we're going to pass. Let me take a moment to check the camera. Chugging along well enough, so good there. Untap. Okay, let me put Amulet of Vigor over there, out of the way. Draw for turn. Play Sunken Hollow, comes in taps, but untapped because of Amulet of Vigor. Yay! Now, let us go ahead and tap for red. Colorless, white, and oh, all right. Well, let's tap that for red and black, white, and Shivan Reef can be the colorless to play. Atala, Palani, Nest Tender. We are casting a multicolor spell, so we are scrying. It's Lava Land. Deals X damage to target creature. Blah, blah, blah. Not bad. We don't really have anybody super big right now. I think we're going to put this... I know it's an answer. I know Optimus is coming and he's big, but we need creatures. We need some things going. So she says, pay 2 and tap it. Create an egg, green egg creature with Defender. Whenever an egg you control dies, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. That's pretty fun. I also am going to, you know what? I'm going to sacrifice Commander Sphere to draw a card. We need some more things over here. Cool, a land. That doesn't help. Again, I still just have those 2 destruction spells. Not super helpful right now. We will go ahead and send the 4 your way because, again, you smacking us. That's going to put us down, put you down to 27. And then that's pretty much all we can do there, so we're going to pass. Let's see if Autobots can catch up. Not doing a great showing right now. Boros Guildgate comes in tap, but untaps thanks to Amulet of Vigor. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to recast Optimus Prime. Put this text down there. I'm going to move to combat. We get to put a +1/+1 on something. I say we put it on her. And one of the reasons why I say we put it on her is because that puts their toughness as equal, so that when Optimus's end step thing triggers, I can just choose whichever one I want, as opposed to having it forced on something. And then it could just bounce back and forth. It'll be like his end step one, that end step the other one, etc. So it'll help keep them even for the bolster. But unfortunately, it's a 3/3 and a 2/3. Not going to send those anywhere. Could, you know, I mean, and you know what? Unblockable hasn't dealt with us yet, really, other than maybe once, so we're not going to worry about that. Pass. I don't like the, you know, constant, not going to do the, because it's bothersome that everything is kind of small at this point. Untap, upkeep, draw. Now I'm going to play a land for turn. Darn. Okay. All right, so we're gonna do what we said. Gonna pay 2 to sacrifice Mirrored Landscape. Get 2 basics that share a type onto the battlefield tapped. So island. Shuffle up with these not very easy to shuffle cards. Then I'm going to tap 3 to play Catalog. We're going to draw 2 cards and then discard a card. I'm going to draw 2 and automatically discard the land because that's what I said I was going to do. And it is, of course, the best option. All right, so now we've got some things to go and do next turn, which, you know, could have done some stuff this turn that was a little differently, but I'm not sure that it wouldn't have changed things. I think now we've got a ton of mana and we've got some cards going in hand. Next turn we can do more things and hopefully make more of an impact. You know, we'll see. You know, maybe waiting like that is not the best idea. That's kind of how I play. You know, let me know in the comments if you think if I should be more aggressive with any or all of these decks. How do you like to play? Do you try and set up for the future, or do you try and set up for, like, you just dump it all and go whenever you can? They're both viable options, honestly. I think we will rinse and repeat. 1 damage to you, 2 damages, 3 damages to you. Put you down to 24, right? 34 with an extra commander. And then pass. Untap, upkeep. We really need some creatures to take advantage of her ability here, people. Nope, more destruction spells. Well, we do kind of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go take everything we've got, Captain. Noxious Gearhulk. A 5/4 with menace. When it enters the battlefield, you may destroy another target creature. If a creature is destroyed this way, you gain life equal to its toughness. Oh, that's, yeah, the toughness, not even the power. Oh, that's clearly going to be Optimus again. That sucks. But anyway, okay, so it is enter the battlefield, so they're both enter the battlefield triggers, so we gain a life. Nope, wrong way. We gain a life. Everyone loses a life. And unfortunately, we're going to blow up Optimus Prime, and we have to, especially with those criteria. You may destroy another target creature. Destroy it. If that creature is destroyed this way, gain life equal to its toughness. His toughness is 8. We're going to gain 8 life. Why wouldn't we? Especially when we're the lowest on the field. So 8 life puts us at 33. I feel it sucks, but you know what? Transformers has done well enough. You know, it won the first game and it did pretty solid second game, so it's not that big a deal. Again, still nobody is big enough to attack. Hopefully he will be next time if he sticks around. We're going to go ahead and pass. Untap, upkeep, draw, creature. It is a creature, yay. We're going to go with green. Tap that for white. And then, where's my double? We're going to tap that for 2 others. To play Knight of New Alara, where he casts a multicolored spell, so we're going to scry. Nope, get that mountain the heck out of here. Alright, each other multicolored creature you control gets +1/+1 for each of its colors. Hells yeah. So he's getting +2/+2, that's getting +3/+3. That is unfortunately getting nothing, and he is getting, no, each other. So unfortunately he doesn't buff himself, but I get that. I did not play a land this turn, because I drew him, so we'll play the swamp that's in my hand, leaving me with just the 2 massive destruction spells that don't really benefit us right now. All right, so that sets things up a little better. We get a 4/4, a 4/4, and a 4/5. That's decent. 4/4 in the air at you for sure. Again, misplay. These are both up one more because they did get bolstered. This end step, I would have bolstered that, even though I was literally talking about it at that turn, and I just walked around and like didn't even freaking do it. I bolstered that, then on that end step, I bolstered that, and then she destroyed it. So at least they're more powerful before Optimus blew up. And, well, now let me see. What does he say? At the beginning of each end step, bolster one. So it does not say may. It's not a may ability, so it did happen. I just need to be on top of that more. I don't understand why I have such a problem remembering Optimus's bolster. That's the whole point of why he's an awesome commander and what the deck is supposed to be around. You'd think I would be on top of that. Who we kidding? This is like close to episode 30 or something. You know I'm not on top of anything. We did the swing. You did not take the damage yet because I was looking around. Right? Because it's 4 damage in the air. You just went back up to 33. So now you go to 29. Yo-yo dieting your life total over here. And then we're going to pass. Now, unfortunately, well, no, because Optimus is now cost 4 more, so even if we wanted to play his vehicle mode, we still wouldn't have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's 5, 6, we need 9. So we're going to draw a card for turn. I am going to play the Tokus dig site, so that would allow us to replay his vehicle mode. But you know what? I think we need to shift gears slightly. So what do I have? 1, 2, 3. I don't have any other duplicates, right? Nope. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, and 3 to play Monolith. Tap to add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Tapping 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Feel the burn. 5. For Sky Sovereign Console Flagship. When it enters or attacks, it deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. Okay, what do we want to do? Yeah, say goodbye to your freaking commander. 3 damage. Gonzo. How do you like it? I mean, you have enough to replay it, but still. 2. Come on. 2. 2 commander attacks. Then I'm going to pay a 1 and play Drillworks Mole. Mole. He is a 1/1, but I can pay 2 and tap him when he doesn't have Sylvain Sickness to put a +1/+1 counter on him and a commander I control. So now, the nice thing is, set that up like that. Next turn, theoretically, play Optimus. Well, I still won't have enough mana to tap him, but whatever. And then I can tap one of these guys, the crew, because it's a crew of 3. They're both at 3 power, so then we can start swinging in the air. 6/5, blowing stuff up. I like it, if it lasts. We're going to pass. I don't think it will, because we know they have that final stuff over there. But no end step, pass turn. Nope. Not yet. Hang on. We have to move through combat. When we move through combat, we put a +1/+1 counter on something. I'm going to put it on the little mole. And then we pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. Freaking land for turn, okay. So many lands. Going to pay 2 for Amorphous Axe. Equipped creature gets +3/+0 and is every creature type. And every creature you need me to be. 1, 2, 3. I don't know why, Whitney Houston suddenly became country, but whatever. Equip cost of 3. I'm going to tap 3 to equip it. 2. What do we want to equip it to? Now, here's another question for the crowd. Do I equip everything onto 1 creature as if it was like a Voltron deck? Or should I spread it out? I think in this deck, I want to spread it out myself. So I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, make sure he's, yeah, so, because there are one or two creatures that, you know, if they're a target of a spell, you destroy them. You don't want to target your own spells that way. But there we go. Now this is a 5/1, this is a 3/1, a 1/1, and a 1/3. Still got 4 mana open. Let's see, what's the better play? You know what? Why not? Let's see what happens. Tapping 1, 2, 3 to enchant, display Endless Evil, enchanting creature I control. At the beginning of my upkeep, let's put an upkeep reminder on the deck. Create a token that's a copy of enchanted creature, except the token is a 1/1. Well, it's already a 1/1, so who cares? When enchanted creature dies, if that creature was a horror, it is not. Return Endless Evil to its owner's hand. So now we can hopefully start pumping out little Fairy Seer tokens and have a little army. We are going to move to the combats. Now you are starting to get set up over there, but I still think we're gonna send the 1 damage at you. What are you at even? 33, 38, 29. Storm Drake will go here. We do have a 5. Actually, I think Rattle Chains will go there. Storm Drake might go at Optimus, honestly. Because we are at 32. We're kind of low. Everyone else is a little better than us. Except for Lili. So let's knock everybody down a peg. Alright. You're taking 5, unblockable. You're down to 24. You're just going to take 1 and get 1 more commander damage. And you're going to take 3 down to 31. All in all, not a ton of damage, but hey, whatever, right? At least we're in the game. Pass turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. Well, at this point, playing a creature is not that big a deal. And settle the score isn't, well, what do we need? We need 5 mana just to recast our commander, which would leave us with 1. Probably the best bet at this point because A, by simply casting her, we're going to gain a life up to 25, and everyone else is going to take a damage. 31, 31, and 30. All right, so we've got Noxious Gearhulk. That is a 5/4. However, those are all getting buffed now. He doesn't have Trample, but he does have Menace. So if we send him this way, haha, you can't block. So let's take some Unblockable on Unblockable. Punk. So yeah, you're taking 5 damage. Down to 26. That's what you get for trying. Smacked in the face by a Noxious Gearhulk. I think we should also start looking at using his ability, which is pay 2, exile up to 2 target cards from graveyards. You gain 1 life for each creature card exiled this way. There aren't too many with Grave. I don't think that it maybe have 1 or 2, so it's not like we can do it multiple times, but just something to consider. Going to go ahead and pass turn. We can also start thinking about maybe using her ability and just dumping that 2/2 zombie, sacrifice it just to draw a card and see if we can get more answers on her side or more creatures. So we untap, upkeep, draw. Okay, we're going to play Crystal Quarry, not super helpful. And again, now I have nothing to do. Not that I have nothing to do, but anything I do will hurt me. I could, well, sorry, again, not thinking in my head. I could do Merciless Eviction again, exile all artifacts again. And that's probably the best bet because it's only going to destroy my amulet and my crystal, which I don't need at this point because I got enough land. It would destroy Gearhulk. it would get rid of all of this stuff, which means that would really slow down him, and it would get rid of his equipment. It sucks, but that's probably the best play. Dang it, every single time Transformer starts to gear up in this game, it gets beat down, but unfortunately we're going to have to. So we're doing black and white, and then we just need 4 more. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. 6 total for Merciless Eviction. Exile all artifacts. That does exile ours. I suppose, well, no, let's see. Do we have, well, I do have a counterspell in Optimus's hand, but no available blue. So, womp. Now, do I have any artifact? Boom, artifact land. That's not good. Artifact land, oh no. So, all of these. Artifact. Ouch, that hurts. That's real bad. I think Transformers is pretty much out of the game at this point. So then, oh, wait. Exile these ones as well. And make sure there's no artifact creatures over here in some fashion, right? That's an enchantment. Nope, okay. And those are both humans. Okay. So then we're going to send a 4/4 flyer in the air at you. Your Gear Hulk is down. You have a 2/3, a 2/2, and a 2/5. I have a 4/4, a 4/5, and a 4/4. Swinging out, though, would leave us completely open, and that would definitely crack back for sure. Like, justifiably so. No one else is flying. That is just a 1/1, so I'm definitely going to send something over there. I'll send the 4/4 and the 4/5, actually, in your direction. So you can either take 8, or you can block one of them and lose your, popping out of the, little pop machine there. I'm already down to 27. 8 seems like a lot. I'll block. The enchantment goes away as well, because I don't, that wasn't attached to a horror. So 4 damage, 22. And 4 damage over here, 21. Check. Camera, looks okay. And we're gonna pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. Very, very bad. We've only got, okay, well, Mishra's Factory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not enough to play Optimus, and I don't have any other things. I totally forgot about that. How stupid. And, yeah, well, I don't have a graveyard. Wow. Well, that's my own foolishness, as usual. All right, well, move. Wait a second. Oh, bummer. Okay. That's only soldiers. I don't have any soldiers. His secondary ability won't really affect this deck much. Because I was thinking non-token creatures, but it's non-token soldiers dies. You make a token soldier, but the mole was a artifact creature. All right, so we move to combat, step, increase that. So now he's a 5/5 and a 3/4 versus a 4/4. Well, we're definitely going to swing the 5/5 at you, because screw you. But he's at 31. I'm not going to sacrifice Jensen at this point. Forgot to scry. It's a land we put in the bottom. From Merciless Eviction, it's a multicolor spell. But yeah, we're going to take 5 down to 26. Take 5, guys. Where are you going? Get back here. I didn't mean that. Yeah, okay. That's a whole thing. That's a thing that happened, so we're going to pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. Wait, upkeep trigger, but nope, that goes away because that was the other thing. All right, we're gonna play a land for turn. All right, this will work. 1, 2, 3. In order to play compulsive research, draw 3 cards, and then discard 2 unless you discard a land. Which, since 2 of those cards I drew were a land, gosh darn it! And then I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, we're gonna go big or go home. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Shipbreaker Kraken. It's a 6/6. Now you'll notice that does not get affected by the commander, but I have a couple big bomb creatures in here specifically because it's like cases like this where the little guys aren't getting the artifacts, equipments they need, and they're not doing anything. I need to slam down something big to guard people, keep people off, and do some attacking. However, they still can't attack even though they are little. So guess what? All of them coming at you because you blew up my equipments too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage total. You are down to 21 with an additional commander damage for all the good it does. Pass turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. 1, 2, 3. Well, what's the right play? I just drew a 3-drop creature, and that's not going to be that big of a deal. The point is, so it would come in, it would do the whole gain of life, everyone dings for 1. Or I'm thinking I should probably do settle the score on that thing that's giving him the buffs. That way his other creatures are smaller, which would then entice everyone else to start swinging in because they're no longer 4s and 5s and stuff. It's probably the way to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to settle the score, asshole. Excuse my language. Trying to keep them edgy. No, just kidding. Trying to keep it, fun and normal. I want this to be relatively PG-13, this channel. But, still. I'm an adult, dang it. That plays a kid's game. So yeah, blow that up. Put two loyalty counters on the planeswalker you control. No planeswalkers. We are then going to go to combat, and I'm absolutely going to send a 5/4 your way because you keep smacking me with the air in the air. So, are you going to block with your commander? Heck no, you're not. Although 21 damage, you might consider it. 1 and then 4 down to 16. 16 life. I can do this, so let's do that. We have just enough. We're going to tap 2 to activate his ability, exile up to 2 target creature cards from graveyards. You gain 1 life for each creature card exiled this way. Guess what, Slappy? If your 2 creatures are getting exiled, I gain 2 life. How you like me now? Pass turn. All right, untap, upkeep, draw. What do we got? Oh, whoops. Wrong one. I grabbed the wrong creature. Oh, no, calm down. All right, so I drew Conflux. All right, that's not bad. That'll get us some card draw. We're gonna go 1, 2, black, red. What's the best way to do this? If I do 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, tapping that, 5 colorless and 5 mana into that to make it Wooburg, plus the 3 necessary for Conflux. There we go. I could probably do that a little cheaper, but at the same time, I seriously doubt I'm going to draw a 1 or 2 drop. So, this time we're going to do it right. We're going to scry 1. It is a mountain, and we're going to put that on the bottom. Although I guess we're going to search anyway, so it doesn't matter. But then we're going to make a 4/4 angel. Now we are going to look for a white card, a blue card, a black card, and a red card, and a green card. So one of everything. Reveal all of them and put them into your hand. Now then, what do you... Well, you know what? Let's have some fun. Let's just go get every multicolored spell. Like a 5-color spell we got. Right? Why not? That's what this deck's about. Let's do it. Because that way that'll make... That's 5 cards. It'll be 5 angels when we play them, of course. And it will take... There we go. How about that? All right, all right. First time we've seen 5 colors actually step up this for a game. That's nice. Still taking way too long. You know, you wouldn't believe how fast my one friend's 5-color legendary deck went off. It was sickening. I tell you, sickening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, we got 6. We don't have the discard. We're definitely sending 3 your way. Well, I could do the whole egg thing, I suppose, if I had done that differently, but I don't care. So 4, so you're down to 19. Right, because we played that, yep. Okay, we're going to pass. Come over here, we're going to untap, we're going to draw. Really doesn't help much. I suppose I should have countered that spell with my, counter spell, but at this time, we're going to tap 2 and play Dolan Gate. I think Optimus doesn't, the Transformers deck doesn't really care at this point, because we're not going to win. Prevent all combat damage that will be dealt to attacking creatures you control. You have a 4/4, a 2/3, and a 2/2 now. I have a, well, we're going to move to combat. Bump this one up, so now 4/5 and a 5/5. You've got mail. I don't really know. I mean, the only person that's really smart to send it at would be you, and I'm not really sure. I don't want to, because you're just going to be unblockable back, and I don't need to take that crack. And you've got that 6/6. Darn it. We're going to have to sit and hold, I think. We're going to pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. What we got? I'm going to play a land for turn. Going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Although, hang on a second. Let's read the Kraken here, because he does have the monstrous force 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. When he becomes monstrous, tap up to 4 target creatures. Those creatures don't untap during their controller's untap steps for as long as you control Shipbreaker Kraken. That's nice. Yeah. I definitely think that's the way to go, because he revealed his cards. We know what he's doing, right? He's going to, if nothing else, even if those 5-color spells weren't that great, it's going to make 5 4/4 angels. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to make him monstrous. We're going to put 4 +1/+1 counters on him, making it 10/10. And when we do so, we frost tap 4 creatures that will not untap until he's off the battlefield. Harsh. Now, I think we're going to leave Transformers alone, because they left us alone. We saw that. Let's pay it back. I kind of want to frost tap Noxus Gearhulk, to be honest with you, because it does have the menace. But yeah, I say we frost tap both flyers, and then he's not going to attack with that anyway, although he's not going to block with that, because then that would lose the thing. Although it's only 4 more to play, he's got the mana. So I say we frost tap that and this. And then, yeah, we kind of go for it, right? We move to combat. We swing the 10/10 at you. We swing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at you. Well, hang on. We still have 3 mana. So main phase, sorry. main phase, we play the Azure Mage for a 2/1, so it's a blocker at least. Then we move to combat, we do the thing. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You take 5. Now, I mean, we've been doing the whole thing over there, but whatever. Down to 14. Now, are you going to... I mean, you're going to block. We're going to block. It goes back to the command zone. Costs an extra 2. But we should be able to play that again and play a 5-drop spell, no problem, to get another angel that isn't tapped. So I don't think we would sacrifice that at this point. Or we would take that 10 damage and risk it. But that was a solid move by Unblockable Equipment. I like it. We're going to pass. Although I don't think Lili liked it too much. Because, you know, that was her main attacking creature. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Liliana the Necromancer. Finally, a Planeswalker in the Lili Tribal. When it comes in at 4, we're going to plus her to 5. Target player loses 2 life. Tempted to do it to you, but we don't want a 10/10 coming our way either. I think we'll do it to you just to entice the continued attacking in your direction. You know, sort of a move of, oops, that is tapped, that's the point. A little move of good faith, like, okay, you kind of screwed me over with my Noxious Gearhulk, but I'm not going to ping you. I'm going to make it easier for you to kill him. I am, in fact, going to tap this and sacrifice the 2/2 zombie in order to draw a card. Well, it's a 2-drop, and it's not super helpful, but whatever. Okay, now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's now a 2/7. That's kind of cool. Good blocker, at least. And we're going to pass turn. Yep. The game was going decent, and it kind of stalled out a little bit in the middle there, unfortunately. These are all frost tapped. Sucks there. Draw a card. So obviously, like we said, we're going to... Where's our active? So that's 2. And then... Oh, that's true. We got to be careful because we don't want to use these things that ping us. So can we even do it otherwise? Ah, yeah, okay. So white and green. All right. So white and green plus the tax to replay Jensen. We've got 14 life. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? Do it. Tap it. That way we don't have to ping ourselves with these pain lands. Just tap for 5 mana of any color into this, tapping it to make Wooburg to play one of these spells that we did. Question being, what's the best one to do? Ooh, that's not... Oh, okay. You know what? I assume Jared is probably where we want to go, I'm thinking. He comes in at 5. Let me read his things here. Choose up to 2 creatures for each of them, put +1. Ooh, interesting, but not super helpful just yet. Right, he comes in at 5. We're going to plus him to 6 to make a... Where does it? Oh, there it is. Make a little Kavu 3/3 creature. This creature is all colors, and it has trample. We did play a multicolored spell, so we are going to scry Decanter of Endless Water. That's going on the bottom, and then it's a 5-color, so we in fact make an angel. Okay, 2 of these are frost tap, this one is not. So now we've got a 3/3 and a 4/4. All right, it's doable, right? Then that's all we can really do. We're going to pass turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. Urza's Power Plant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope. Not helpful. Super awesome. Go into combat. Put the +1/+1 there. It's a 6/6 now. That's not too horrible. But with all these big creatures on the field, we kind of gotta... Well, okay, that creature on the field. think we kind of want to just hold our position again, pass turn. I know that's riveting magic, just sitting there and passing turn, but I'm not sure what I would do in a real situation like that, to be honest, because I don't have, you're just going to open yourself up. Play one more land for turn. All right, cool. Well, does that really make a big difference? 4 versus 3, and then we would actually 1, 2, 1. So it actually waste more mana doing it that way. We're gonna tap 4 to play Comparative Analysis. Draw 2 cards, 1 and 2. Okay, we'll tap 1 for Soul Ring, I guess. Why not? Tap 2 to play Sage Rose Savant. When it enters the battlefield, scry 2. We got a land, and a Preordain. We're definitely sending the land to the bottom. But yeah, I think we're sending Preordain as well. We don't need to scry and draw. Just give me the dang cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, total. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're playing Kyrie, the Swirling Sky. 6/6 flying. World Reward 3. When it dies, some stuff happens. We'll worry about that if and when it dies. Alrighty-roo. These are Summoning Sickness. These are not. Let's do the swinging. Now he's got a bunch of creatures to block with, unfortunately, and our giant old Kraken does not have trample. So that is a downfall. But we're going to send 10 of it that way. And then I'm guessing maybe we should really, because, that's going to start building up quick again. We better just send the army in his direction. It's funny that Unblockable is kind of the one that's like taking care of business, but we got to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Unblockable damage. So you are down to 7, my friend. Next turn I can kill you with Unblockable. But you also got a 10/10 flying your way that you're going to probably throw this little 3 dude under the bus and block it. Okay. Now, these guys are our blockers. Pass turn. Draw for turn. 1, 2, 3. Do I even have anything in here, creature-wise? No, I do not. So that kind of really doesn't help any of this. So 1, 2, 3. Oops, these are untapped. To play Silver Smote Ghoul. To 3/1 at the beginning of your end step. If you gain 3 or more life, return that thing from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. And you can sacrifice it to draw a card. So, but you have to pay 2, whereas she just says sacrifice it anyway, so it's easier. Creature came in. I'm going to gain a life up to 15. Everyone else is going to take a smack in the face by 1. 21. Optimus is still doing well life-wise. He's at 29. But he is not in the best position to keep it once people start focusing on him. Interesting. Now here's an interesting question. I wonder if I tapped her to sacrifice him if I draw 2 cards, because he says sacrifice Silver Smote, draw a card, but I didn't pay the mana into it, so I don't believe so. It feels like it might be a bad move, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to tap a Yara to sacrifice Noxus Gearhulk. It can't untap anyway, so I can draw a card. It is a land, which I was hoping it was. So I play the land. That gives me 4 mana. What can I do for 4 mana? Oh, ooh, okay. Yes, that actually works out super well. I wasn't even thinking that far in advance, but yeah. We'll pay 4 to play Gravedigger. When Gravedigger enters the battlefield, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Kocha! Synergies, people. So, cast trigger. No, it's enter the battlefield, so they both happen. So, enters the battlefield, gains another life. Everyone else takes another damage, down to 5, down to 20. down to 28, and I get Noxus Gearhulk back to my hand. Aha! That was not a bad move, sacrificing him. I will then +1 Lili. Target player loses 2 life. Tempted to go there, but you're already fine. I'm going to hit that, send that, actually you, because put you to 18 because you have the giant 10/10 creature and all the unblockables, so you're more of a threat than Transformers right now. At this stage, that's all we can do right now. We're going to go ahead and pass turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. Those still do not untap, but these do. Draw a card. Oh, cool, another 5-drop. That's interesting. So let's play it, right? Let's see here. Black and red, white, green, blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. Okay. And one other. The Crystal Query. To play Ogakaichi, Vengeful Kami. Flying Trample 6/6. Awesome. Whenever the Kami deals combat damage to a player, if that player attacked you during their last turn, exile target non-land permanent that player controls. That's pretty fun. I don't have anything. Wait, so make sure these are not doubles. Yeah. So I'm just going to tap these two for just 2 generic to make Obsidian Obelisk. It enters tap, but it taps for a colorless, and I can also tap it to add 1 mana of any color, spend it only to cast multicolored spells. So clearly a good card for this deck. I cast a multicolored spell. Scry 1. Luxury Suite goes to the bottom. Boom, because it's land. And then I make another angel. I guess we'll do 4/4 there because this angel is probably going to go swinging. I'm also going to, now let's check out what his other ability does. In fact, do, oh, he's at 6. We could alt him. Return target multicolored card from your graveyard to your hand. If that card was all colors, draw a card and create 2 treasure tokens. Nice, but I don't know that I really want to do that. His -3, choose up to 2 target creatures. For each of them, put a number of +1/+1 counters on it equal to the number of colors it is. Now that I like. I'm not going to do that yet because I only have 1 really good multicolor spell, because that would bump him up by 5. He would become an 11/11. Meh. So we're going to just get a plus. I don't know if I'm going to survive that long. Oh, that's true. I won't survive that long. Well, still. Got to play the long game. +1 to make another little 3/3 dude. So all of these are summoning sick. My commander, really all I got is the 4/4 that's in the air. I mean, I guess I should send that your way. Because you're just going to kill me no matter what. And you don't even have to send all your creatures to kill me now. So yeah, I'm going to send the 4/4 at you. From hell's fire I stab at thee. So at least you're an easy kill for somebody else. Punk, back off me. Unfortunately, that's all I can do. It was a nice showing, though. We're going to pass turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. We'll tap 2 into an Arcane Signet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but 8, 9. So we can cast Vehicle Optimus Prime on my next turn. So this is crazy. It's not going to end well, but we'll see. Pass turn, unfortunately. Oh, no, sorry. Move through combat. Put the +1/+1 counter on target creature you control, and then pass. Untap all of this. Draw a card for turn. Oh my god, a land. Fine. We're going to tap 2. Actually, we'll just tap Soul Ring for a Crashing Drawbridge. I think we saw that last time. I do like it. It's not useful at this point in the game. Especially since on this turn, because it has Summoning Sickness itself, so it can't give other things haste yet. All right, you were at 5. What do we have that's 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to send... Oh, that's right. Wow, we got some good stuff going. I guess we should keep the pressure on you well, yeah, so we're going to send the 10-10 at you and everything else at you. Because the 10-10 is blockable. You could block with the little 2/2 Gravedigger. He can block as well, and stack block even if he wanted to, but he can also just take the damage and not fret just yet. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you do anything? I cannot. I do have that counterspell over there, but I wasn't gonna you wouldn't counterspell Drawbridge. That's too late for that. Or that doesn't help anything. So yeah, boom, bam, dead. Nice try. You almost got there, but not quite. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 unblockable. So you're definitely down to 12. But let's check out what you got in the air. Anything? Nope, nope, nope. Okay, so you're taking another 6. So you are down to 6 life. You are dead on this next turn. And you're probably going to take, well, let's see what we got. We are at a 6/6 and a 5 something. It is enough to stack block and kill the Kraken. And one of them would survive. And actually, yeah, because this is, it would be like, well, destroy that for sure. 6 damage there, 4 damage there, but that's a 6 butt. So Hannah would survive at least. And then we would take no damage. I think that's what we do, because I think that keeps us in a better position. Because we know he's going to go after her with just a couple little handheld, tiny ones, kill her no problem. She might swing at us to try and knock us down, but I think the smart move is to go after you at this point and try and help out Transformers. So we're going to do that. We're going to stack block. We're going to kill this. It's going to kill this. And then all we've got is that. Okay, so that's our turn here. There should not be any end step triggers, I believe. Pass turn. Dang it, this game is taking too long again. Why can't I speed these up? Untap, upkeep, draw. Ooh, that's not good. I just thought of that. I probably should have let that. Well, yeah, that wouldn't help. Whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to play Noxious Gearhulk again. We're going to gain a life. Everyone's going to lose a life. And then we're going to blow up something and gain life equal to its power. Unfortunately, the biggest thing on the board is that flying thing. Okay, we're going to blow up that. So that's good. From Transformers' perspective, at least. But we're going to gain 7 life, or 6 life. So that puts us at 13. Come here, you. 13. Going to plus her to 7. You take 2 damage. Well, you lose 2 life, rather. That is important. And how you say that. Taking damage and losing life are 2 different things. Did I draw? I did draw, of course. Okay, I only got 1 man. I can't play anything. But you only have 1 defender, and you're at 11 life. What kind of damage can we do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not enough, unfortunately. But I suppose you go for it, right? Swing everything at you. You're taking 9 damage. You're down to 2. Passing turn over to Transformers. If Transformers has a way to get past that drawbridge, that might be a fun way to do it. But what are we drawing? All right, we drew an Azorus Locket. It's just mana rock. It costs 3. It's not really worth it at this point, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And let's do this just because you haven't seen this before. You haven't seen Optimus's vehicle mode. Or maybe I flipped it last time, huh? But whatever. So we're going to cast him in vehicle mode, which is 5 plus the 4, which is all 9. Now, she is a 5/6. We can send a 5/6 somewhere. No trample, though. Now, sending, I don't know. I say we send it at her. You know what? Like send 5 damage to you. Because you have no, you do have blocker, of course. You have Gear Hulk, which is a 5/4. We are a 5/6. You know, I'm still going to do that, actually. Now, the question is, do you block with Noxious Gear Hulk, which has Menace? Or do you take the 5? What do you guys think? I know Lili is an issue. She is at 7. She could ult. Let's see what her ult is. Destroy up to 2 target creatures. Put up to 2 creature cards from graveyards onto the battlefield under your control. So she could get, something from... But then again, I have no graveyard except for that thing. But there are 2 really good creatures in that graveyard that she could get if Lili ults. So should I be sending the creature at Lili? Because that would give her 2 6/6s at least, huh? I guess that's the really smart move. We're going to send it at Lili. Now, from Lili's perspective, do you block or do you take it? Because, yeah, that would be a cool thing to do the ult. I guess you do. I guess it doesn't matter. Because if that's the case, you're going to sacrifice Gear Hulk. Block it, it gets destroyed, but Lili stays with 7 so you can ult her. That's pretty much going to be a game. So we're going to pass. We'll see, though. I mean, we don't know what is in store over here in the unblockable realm. We still got one more card draw. I am top decking. Let's see. It's a Moon Circuit Hacker. When it deals combat to a player, you may draw a card, discard a card unless Moon entered the battlefield this turn. Okay, so we're going to tap 2, play it, and then I'm going to tap Crashing Drawbridge to give it haste. Give all creatures I control haste. So they are all unblockable. So what am I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Not enough to kill you. And definitely not enough to kill you. But enough to kill Lili. Which, again, there's your smart move. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These 2, yeah, so 7 damage at Lili. That gets destroyed. And then an additional 4 to your face. Down to 9. And Moon Circuit Hacker dealt damage to a player. I draw a card. If I do, discard a card unless it entered the battlefield this turn, which it did. It's a freaking land, so I play a land. Fantastic. Sorry, these are all tapped because they attack. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So that does help buy some time, but we are now wide open with only 2 damage. She barely has to try. But at least that was keeping her from getting the good stuff out of the graveyard. Although, conversely, that might have enticed her to keep us alive and focus completely on Optimus Prime, because if we died, those 2 cards would go out of wave. So if she did, ult Lili just to get those cards out of our graveyard, that might have kept us alive and given us a chance to win. Tricky. Very tricky. So I didn't think about that aspect of it. So now we are, of course, untap, upkeep, draw. Do I have creatures? I do, because you know what? We're going to do that. We're going to tap 1, 2 to play Resourceful Return. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Noxious Gear Hulk. If you control an artifact, draw a card. I do not, unfortunately. Do we have enough to play it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't, unfortunately. What do I have enough to play? Well, why not? It's life gain, and it's a creature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to play Unhallowed Phalanx. It's a 1/13. It enters the battlefield tapped. But a black creature, this is not tapped. A black creature enters the battlefield. I gain a life up to 10. Everyone else loses a life. You're at 1. You're at 26. We're going to move to combat. You are tapped out. I'm going to send Gravedigger at you for 2. You do have Optimus, of course. So sending anything at you really isn't going to be a smart move at this point. So there you go. Bam, smash, dead. 2 damage goes through. We're going to pass. It is down from Liliana and Transformers. That is a crazy matchup. Transformers hasn't even, well, it's tried to, but okay. Well, not going to now. Untap. We're going to Planeswalk. We're going to Plaza. Oh, God! We're going to Plaza of Harmony. Enters the battlefield. If you control 2 or more gates, you gain 3 life. There's 1 gate. That's all I have, unfortunately. Bummer. Then I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3 to play Azura's Locket. Yeah, I guess, huh? All right. Blue, white. Can we even do it? Oh, shoot, we might not be able to do it, huh? Well, all right, we just tap it in a better order. So 1, 2, 3. So 3 blue, white combination to sacrifice Azura's Locket to draw 2 cards. 1 and 2. All right, well, I'll tap 2 to play Silvermur. At least that's something on the field. And let's see. Yeah, I think we're going to definitely do that, huh? We're going to go to combat. We're going to swing a 6/8 Optimus Prime with Trample. And Hannah, Optimus says, whenever he attack, bolster 2. Unfortunately, oh, that's true. That bolster is going to go, I always forget about bolster, the way it works. It's going to go onto the mirror. So whatever has the least toughness is what gets the bolster things. But yeah, we've got a 6/8 with Trample and a 5/6. 3, 2, 2. Now we got the big 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's actually a 2/8. We'll totally block Optimus with this thing. And then we've got the 5 coming at us. We're at 10. We don't really want to take that, so we will block with this. So that dies. All right. Interesting. Yeah, we're going to pass. Now, here's the question. Do I have any more play a land for turn that I just drew? I bet you I have some sort of destroy a spell, don't I? I actually don't. That's surprising. All right, so let's go. What do I need here? Wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Darn it. I need 6 for Noxious Gear Hulk. Well, that's just the smarter play. I just have to. I wanted to play the Staff of Death Magus artifact, so it's whenever you cast a black spell or a swamp enters the battlefield, you gain a life. So that way I'd be gaining even more life, but Noxious Gear Hulk, we know the MVP of Lili right now blows up something and you gain life equal to its power, or toughness. So again, poor Optimus is the target. We play him, blow up Optimus, gain 8 life. Gosh darn it. Optimus now costs 6 extra to cast. There's no way we're getting him out again. And she's up to 18. I think we see where this is going. Now we have 1 blocker, which is a 3/3. I might as well leave that up for blocking. Actually, these 2 up for blocking. The 3/3 could kill that, and it could kill that. So let's see. Now that's tricky. We really can't attack, though. That's the problem. Until Noxious Gear Hulk is ready. So we're going to have to... Wait, do I have any 2-drops? I do. I have the Cemetery Recruitment. Is there anything worth getting out of the graveyard, creature-wise? Just this one thing. Might as well, right? Go for it, because it's life gain. Oh, Noxious Gearhulk came in, right? Because I was at 10. Yeah. So I'm actually 19, and you're at 25, because the whole thing. So anyway, I tap 2 to play Cemetery Recruitment, and the Silver Smoke goes back to my hand. And then we're going to pass turn. Come on, Optimus, figure something out. You're the greatest leader in the multiverse. You can do this. Draw a card. Well. Also, well. Oh my gosh. Well, I keep forgetting the counterspell, but I didn't have available blue, so it wouldn't have mattered. All right, so what are we looking at? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 mana. 5 and 6. Well, that's 11 mana, huh? Did I mess that up? No, because we needed 9. And by doing the thing is how we got to play. Right? Because we drew the cards into it, had enough mana left over to play Silvermere. Let me make sure. I don't want to be miscalculating. Did I misplay him last turn? Was I not able to play him? Because it's 3, 4, 5. So his vehicle mode is 5. And then last time it was 4. So that was only 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We had 1 extra. But that's not what we didn't play him last turn. We played him before, and that's why he was able to attack. So we had blah, blah, blah. Okay. Right, because we wasted the mana to play and crack the Azorius Locket. We had enough to play the Silvermere off of it. Okay, that's surprising. So we're going to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Optimus again. All right. 5, 6. Now, if we swing her, she could stack block to destroy it. Gearhulk and something else, but we would absolutely destroy Gearhulk in the process. Or you could just block it with the Phalanx, no problem. So, which would leave us extra unblocker. So we're not going to attack. I know, boring, I apologize, but we got to play it the way we play it. So we're going to have to pass. Hope she doesn't draw some more destruction spells. Draw for turn, it's a land, all right? Now, just for the heck of it, we're going to play Staff of the Death Magus. Actually, I should have, sorry. Staff of the Death Magus. Play a land, gain a life, play your damn cards smartly, then 3 to play Silver Smote again, gain a life up to 21 off of the staff, but then black creature came in, so we gain another life, and Optimus loses down to 24. So we are at 22 and 24. This is crazy, back and forth. However, now we're kind of at a stalemate, which is going to drag this damn game out even longer. And he has Menace, so the question is, how would we do this? How would I do this? How would you do this? If you are Lili at this point, I'm tempted to swing out except for Lili, because you have to double block Gearhulk, which would sacrifice Gearhulk, but then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would get through, knocking him into the teens. Unfortunately, I don't have anything. I have Revenant, which would only be like a 1/1 at this point. Yeah, it would literally be a 1/1 once Noxious Gearhulk got to the graveyard. Do we maybe... Because what we can do is save, like, because I'm thinking of the sacrificing in the card draw. I can wait until he attacks, use creatures to block, and then, like, block with Silver Smote, block with this guy, and then use the abilities to sacrifice them to draw cards. So we can try and rope-a-dope. Problem being, even if we did swing with Noxious, either one of those creatures could kill it. So we don't really want to do that. It wouldn't help us in any way. That is upsetting, but all right, we're going to have to pass turn. Oops, wrong way. Oh, there's the switch. Sorry, it was just a land. Untap, upkeep, draw. Urza's Mine. Ooh, Urza's Mine in the power plant. Only need the tower, which I don't think I have in this deck, but I ordered it, but it hasn't come yet. Okay. We're going to... Oh, I do keep forgetting about Dolem Gate. Though that would still leave us vulnerable, so it's not like I really want to do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all colorless. And then a blue for 6 for Blastoise. Come on, that's Blastoise. Look at him. Kappa Cannoneer. It's a 4/4. I could have improvised and tapped. Well, I guess I could tap Dolem Gate. Would that help? Would that be necessary? No. It has Ward 4, and then whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Kappa, and it can't be blocked this turn, so that's fun. And that's an artifact. Ooh, interesting. Okay. So I was going to cast another Transformer, but I think I should wait until Kappa can actually attack to do that, to get the buff and the unblockable. I think that is the smart move there. Again, I can swing with these and they won't take combat damage. So, but then I leave myself wide open for the crackback. Because if I swing both, but then I get his thing too. We do want that bolster going, because that'll help make this thing bigger. I guess we should, right? Because prevent all combat damage that we dealt to attacking creatures you control. So it doesn't matter how they block it. So we're going to swing Optimus Prime at you, but just Optimus Prime. And then I'm going to, which will bolster 2 more. So now this is a 5/5. So you've got a 6/8 with Trample coming at you. But yeah, I'll just block with the 113. Nothing happens. Bing, bang, boom. Okay. Pass turn. We have to remember we have the counter spell to see if they do something else over here, because that could be a game ender right there, or changer. All right, untap, upkeep, draw. I think we might be doing just that. So from my perspective, Lily's perspective, we're going to tap 2. And then, do we tap out? Yeah, I think we tap out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to play Dread Summons for 7. Each player puts the top X cards of their library into the graveyard. For each creature card put into a graveyard that way, put a 2/2 black zombie on the battlefield under my control. And that would start triggering all the life gain and damage. 7 cards on each of us. There's probably going to be like 3 or 4 creatures at least total. Probably, hopefully more. But yeah, that's definitely something that we would have been saving for. Tap, counterspell, hails to the no. You just tapped out as well. But we did cast a black spell. So we do gain a life there, at least up to 23. And now we can't do this particular thing. Now again, do we try and sacrifice something to draw a card? Because we just used the counterspell. How many creatures do we have? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and her. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we sacrificed, we'd have to block with everything. I think we have to wait on that sacrifice until we're blocking. So pass. Transformers might pull this out. I don't know. This is a long, drawn-out game. I can't not do that, apparently. Draw a card. Oh, you bastard, it's a land. Comes in tapped. But we are going to tap blue, red, and white to play Goldbug, humanity's ally. We play an artifact, which means, oh, we got dice right here. You, my friend, get a +1/+1 counter, and you are unblockable this turn. So that's a 5/5, that's a 5/5. That is a 5/6. You are a 3/3. So unfortunately, you will get the bolster. Excuse me. But yeah, I think we need to start doing that. We're going to move to combat, and we're just going to, well, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 creatures to block. Only one of them has trample. And unfortunately, they do have, like, there's 2 creatures that are really big that are going to stop. So this is unblockable. That's going to get through. This and, we'll just say this, gets stopped by the Phalix and the God. That means there's a 5/5 Silvermer going in that can be stopped by Gear Hulk that would destroy it. So I think what we do is we keep it low key. We go Unblockable Cannoneer and Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime triggers the bolster. Bumblebee gets 2 counters. You're going to take 5 and you're going to block with the Phalix again. All right, so that is down to 18. I don't believe I'm missing anything. Now we really have to hope to heck we get another artifact so that we can do that again, but pass turn. And it just frustrates me because this is fun. I'm actually having fun with this game, but there's no way in hell this would ever last this long in any of my other games because someone would board wipe and mess things up and destroy everything 50,000 times. So it just kind of is frustrating in that sense. 1, 2, 3 to play Liliana of the Veil. It's a black spell, so I gain a life up to 19. She comes in with 3. Well, let's see. That's not... +1, each player discards a card. That only helps him because he doesn't have any and I only have 1. -2, target player sacrifices a creature. That might be yeah, that's probably what we're going to want to do. -6, separate all permanent target player controls in 2 piles and do shenanigans, whatever. Yeah, we're probably going to want to minus her. We're going to minus her down to 1. Target player sacrifices a creature. I don't know who I would want to sacrifice. Right? I mean... Oh, that's true. We can... Oh, we definitely have to do that. Okay. Bummer. We don't have any humans, so I think we're going to have to sacrifice Bumblebee. Sorry, bud. Plus, he's an artifact, so I just realized you can get it back with that. Don't even matter. Doesn't even matter. No matters. All right. So that was fine. Actually, that's going to help me now that I think about it. But shh, we won't tell Lily that. Again, we're not in a position to attack. We are just defending until we can figure out something. Until we can... I know I keep saying about... I guess I should stop blocking with the Phalix and block with Gravedigger and then sacrifice it. But, I mean, if that's what I'm going to do, I might as well just sacrifice Gravedigger right now. Which I guess I will. I'll just tap it, sacrifice it, draw a card. Gloom Sower. There we go. What we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next turn. And 8/6. Whenever a Gloom Sower becomes blocked by a creature, that creature's controller loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Boom. I think that's going to see. That was a good move. We'll pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. Now, I can pay 1 and tap her to return target artifact or enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. So that's a lot of mana being used, and I only have a small amount of blue. So we have to be careful. Well, I guess maybe not as small as I thought, but because I also have this equipment that allows us to draw cards. But we want to equip it. We don't have any shamans or mages, unfortunately. So it costs a lot. It costs 3 to play and then another 4 to equip. However, it's an artifact, so it would make him unblockable. And then when it hits, you draw that many cards for that much damage. I think that's definitely got to be what we do, right? 1, 2, 3 to play Robe of the Archmagi. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, +1/+1 counter, and he can't be blocked. We then tap all this colorless mana, 1, 2, 3, 4, to equip it to Kappa Cannoneer, who cannot be blocked. So we will then be drawing 6 cards. That could be a very big game changer. And we still have 5 mana left. 6 technically. So that actually means we could do that as well. I think that is what we do, right? We're going to tap. Well, we have to make sure we have the right color combinations. We need 2 blue, 2 white, and then 2. Okay. So we're going to tap 1, 2, 3 and tap Hannah to return target artifact or enchantment card from the graveyard to my hand. Bumblebee goes back to my hand. Blue, white, and 1 other to play Bumblebee. It is an artifact. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield, counter, he can't be blocked. He is now at 7/7, so I will draw 7 cards when he hits. Now we are going to leave ourselves a bit open if we attack with Optimus, so I suppose we shouldn't at this point, because he is a good, 6/8 is a solid blocker. Whereas if we attacked, it would bolster him and make him a 5/5 blocker. And we know, well, we don't know that they've got a really good creature coming out, but it doesn't have haste, so we're still good. What are you at? 19? Yeah. And we know it just could get blocked by the Phalanx, so it's not even that much of a thing. Moving to combat. A 7/7 unblockable at your face. 19 down to 12, and we draw 7 cards, boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, no game changers, but we got Swords to Plowshare, which will deal with that thing that's about to drop. And then we've got Tempered Steel, which will boost all of our artifacts. So that's pretty close to a game changer. We're going to pass. Now, unless she draws a board wipe or something really good, Autobots may pull off the double win here. All right, what did we pull? We got Tormod the Desecrator. Whenever 1 or more cards leaves your graveyard, create a 2/2 black creature token. That's good, but not as good. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gloom Sower, an 8/6. Kaboom. When it becomes blocked by a creature, that creature's controller loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. No hasties though, but we did play a black spell. We gain a life, up to 13. Yes, I'm definitely, now it makes sense. I'm going to +1 Lili to make each player discard a card. I'll totally discard Revenant. I don't need that piece of crap. That might have to come out of the deck, honestly. And then we'll totally just discard a land. So no worries there. What do we have up in the Babel? We got 6/8 and a 3/3. Unfortunately, Noxious Gearhulk has the Menace. I mean, it's good, but there's 2 creatures, so it would still block and destroy it. We want to wait until this thing is swinging so that we can just swing and get as much through as possible. I'm tempted to sacrifice something else to draw a card, but I think we definitely want to hold off on that. And we're going to pass. Now, we, of course, know what's coming. We untap all of this. Draw a card for turn, because that could be something important. Nope, it's just a land. Okay, so I'm going to tap. I'm going to put this up there. Tap Plaza of Harmony for 1 to play Soul Ring, just to get that out there. Soul Ring, Dig Site, and Urza's Mine for 3 and Dynamo. We're definitely recasting Optimus now if we have to. But the most important play, of course, tapping 1 for Swords to Plowshares on your Gloom Sower. They do gain life equal to its power, however. So we don't have to deal with an 8/6, but they do gain 8 life, which is back up to 21. What is with this game? It is just a yo-yo, yo-yo life game thing. Also, triggers, we did play 2 artifacts, so 2 more counters over here. Unblockable again. What else do I want to play? We definitely want to do 2 white and Urza's Power Plant for Tempered Steel. An enchantment, artifact creatures you control get +2/+2. We are definitely geared up to win right now, I think. You know what? Yeah, we're going to tap 1, 2, 3 for Coalition Relic. Not because we need it, but because it's an enchant or an artifact, so that gets a buff there. Continued unblockability, as it were. All right, now every creature I have is capable of attacking. But before we get excited, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They could, well, this is unblockable, so 4. The rest of it doesn't mean it's going to get through. And 2 of those things are big enough that they will just absorb the biggest damage and not even take a flinch. So we're not out of the woods just yet. However, we do get a really good card draw afterwards. Too bad we don't have a Reliquary Tower out. Okay. So we're going, we got to, right? We're going to attack with, I say we attack with everything. The game's gone on long enough. We need to get to moving. So when he attacks, he's going to bolster 2. That's Bumblebee. So 5/5, 5/5. Basically, these are all 5/5s. Plus, so these are 7/7s. Optimus is an 8/10. And Unblockable Cannoneer is 6, 10, 12. 12 unblockable damage. Holy crap. So let's take care of that first. 10 unblockable damage down to 11, and then the 12 puts it at 9, right? Because it was 21 minus 11, 9. All right, and Optimus does have Trample. He is a 10. Now, obviously, we're going to block Optimus with the Phalanx, so nothing gets through. There's that. Next highest are all these 7s. We're going to block 1 with Gear Hulk. We're going to block... Now, what is his toughness? He is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, yeah. That, a 7/7 block there, Optimus block there with nothing getting through. Noxious Gear Hulk is unfortunately going to take another 7 and die, and this is going to take another 7 and die. Oops. So, they're still alive, but down to 9 life. And, wait, let's see what it says. The chosen creature gains trample until end of turn. When that creature deals combat damage to a player this turn, convert Optimus Prime. We're going to say, obviously, that would be disclosed. So Tiamat, or whatever his name is there, is going to block Bumblebee. That way nothing gets through. So that doesn't trigger, and Optimus doesn't flip and start bolstering it at every end step. Which, admittedly, is only 2 at this point, but still. But we kind of cleared the field pretty well. I think this is going to be the game on the next turn. But who knows? If she gets some kind of board wipe, we don't know. We're going to pass turn. There's no end step triggers or anything. Yes, we missed the card draw. Sorry. So 6, 10, 11. Drawing 11 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then these ones, obviously we're going to dump the lands right off the bat. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, land. Okay, so we don't need her. Keep that, keep that, keep that, keep that. And we might need that. Keep that. Get rid of those. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. All right, pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Liliana, the Dread Horde General. Play the Black Spell, gain a life. Whenever a creature you control dies, draw a card. We're going to +1 Lili up to 7. Well, what's her minus? Each player sacrifices 2 creatures. That's not bad either, huh? Because I was going to say +1 makes a 2/2 zombie, so we gain the life and they would lose a life. But sacrificing 2 creatures is, well, is it though? Because we only have 3 creatures and it's each player. So we would lose our 2 biggest blockers just to get rid of 2 7/7s, which is impressive, but everything else would get through, so we'd still die. So I guess we gotta try and play it safe. So +1 there to make it 2/2. We gain a life up to 11. You lose a life down to 23. Yep. Sacrifice that to Liliana of the Veil, destroy her. To -2, target player sacrifices a creature. Again, with her on the field, we're totally just going to sacrifice Bumblebee again. Actually, we'll sacrifice Bumblebee. It's too cool for school. We'll sacrifice the mirror at this point. We don't need the mana. Currently, who knows what happens, right? But we'll do that. And we do have enough to play this last spell. So, Tormund the Desecrator. It's a black spell. We gain a life, and it's a black creature, so we gain another life up to 13. You take 1 more damage down to 22. We are fighting tooth and claw to stay alive here. It's kind of impressing me, honestly, this one. But yeah, there's no point in attacking. We need to defend and hope that we draw something. Pass turn. I don't think it's going to work. I know we got artifacts in our hand. We can just make him unblockable again. Because it's at 10. We only need to buff it a little bit. We're going to draw a card for turn. It's a land. These are all untapped, obviously. We'll play the land. We do not have 2 or more opponents, so that does not come in untapped. Okay, so Thran Dynamo and Coalition Relic to play Unwinding Clock. Counter. He is now unblockable. 11. We're going to tap Soul Ring for Gold Mirror. Counter. More unblockable. And we totally have it. 1, 2. Iron Mirror. 9. 10, 11, 12, 13. That's enough. That's enough. You don't need to keep going. And of course, the Tempered Steel. I also forgot about that. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hell yeah, we'll do it. Heck yeah. Walking Skyscraper, or as I like to call it, Metroplex. Right? Because it's Transformers. It is an 8/8 that has this, oh my gosh. This costs 1 less for each modified creature you control. So actually 1, 2, 3, so it costs 3 less. So untap those 2. It has Trample, and Walking Skyscraper has Hexproof as long as it's untapped. But more importantly, that's an artifact, another counter. We're just going to move to combat. Swing the board, but, you know, sure, swing the board, and these would get bolstered, but it's 14 damage. Unblockable. You are dead, sir. Madam, whatever. Boom. There you have it. A long, drawn-out episode. Like always, I apologize, but that was a crazy come-from-behind win by Transformers. And that's the second win for Transformers, so that's actually the winner of the match, which is very impressive as well. All right, what do you think? How would you guys have done things differently? Again, there wasn't a lot of interaction, especially in the beginning, which slowed the game down. This would not have ended up like this necessarily in most play groups. I guess I shouldn't say that. How is your play group? Does this look like your play group? Is this how long it would last? Or is yours like total competitive EDH where it's like, yeah, your crap would have been killed on turn 3. You'd have never got that let out. But I actually enjoyed this episode a lot more than normal because that was a lot of back and forth and some interesting plays. I'm actually kind of happy with these decks, honestly. There's a lot of improvements I need to make to that. I just need to buy all of the equipments. That's why you're not seeing very many equipments in there. I want to improve her, but Jesus, she's doing pretty well with the weird cards she has. So I'm not even sure if I should touch her. And this finally did something. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys got some ideas for your own decks. Let me know in the comments. I hope you come back and check out some more of my stuff, and I will see you next time.